Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today I just want to do a little bit of recapping. First of all, Pow of the Warning is fine, it would appear. She was probably still a little sick, but she did play and appeared to put on a very strong performance at Arras, France last night. So that's great news. It was a 14-song set. It was Main Square Festival, day 2. We're going to be looking at least one song from that show, maybe more, we'll see. The good news is that it sounds like she must be on the mend at the very least, and that's great. And now there's 3 more dates. Each one has a day in between where they're not playing a gig. So she has 2 days rest for every gig from now on. Still looking at Madrid like, 102 degrees is his forecast for that day. The other 2, looks like the weather's going to be cooperative. So we'll see what happens. It'd be nice if they could get through all 3, but of course, no pressure, especially in Madrid. It was good to see her back on stage. That's a good sign. What I said, though, is, it's always okay to be sick. So I played a gig yesterday, July 4. We're having a heat wave right now. I'm based in the DC metro area. However, this gig was in North Carolina, okay? And it was hot. It was very hot. It was easily the hottest gig I have ever performed at. It was 95 degrees at showtime, and that was actually down a little from the high of the day, so that's good. There was a nice breeze because we were in one of the inlets, kind of on the other side of the Outer Banks. The town was Oriental. It was a very nice day, but it was extremely hot and humid and intense. The good news is we had something over our heads, and there were fans around too. I had one blowing right in my face the whole time. And yet, it was still very arduous to play that gig. As you can see, usually I'm indoors. But anyway, I kind of got a sense of what it's like to have a gig scheduled and go play it and have it be just unbearable, And so hats off to Pow and to Danny and to Ali for doing that all the time. Really, to all the working musicians that go out there and play these summer festivals, because you just never know what it's going to be like out there. I have been to one major festival, and that was enough for me. It was Bonnaroo 2004. Oh my goodness. This is I don't know if it's a cornfield or a farm or what, about an hour south of Nashville. Oh my goodness, was it hot out. It was unbearable there too. Better on stage, but still you're out there. Again, big kudos to people that earn their living doing this and never really knowing what the conditions are going to be when you get there. And that's how it usually is for these bands. I mean, they go through a lot. Just saying, kudos. Good job, guys. Remember to drink water and etc. Last thing I want to mention. I've covered The Warning for a long time on this channel. It started out really with a lot of Warning fans, which is great. They deserve all the fans they can get. But there are other bands out there, too, that I know people are interested in. I'd like to bring in a few more subjects that have to do with bands that are out there right now doing their thing. I am going to pull back also a little bit on the number of videos that I put up. Perhaps you've noticed that they've dropped a bit lately. That's because I reached a breaking point where I just couldn't do 3 videos a day anymore, which is what I was doing between this channel and the other channel. And so pulling back a little bit on that. But I'd like to diversify a little bit, just for the sake of doing so. For example, The Warning's coming off the road soon, and there's going to be a month there before the album's out, and when we don't really know what's going on with them, there's always going to be other worthy acts to cover. I'd like to find acts that particularly have a following. That would be nice, but I could even do things that are not strictly rock and roll, but delve into rock and roll, but are also other things, which I suppose you could argue The Warning is sometimes. But for example, I've heard Olivia Rodrigo's new album now, twice through. Second time was better than the first, and the first was pretty good. I've been paying attention to her career as well. She's a gifted songwriter, I believe. I think that she's got some things going on that are going to just get, they're going to flourish more as time goes on. What modern acts would you like to see featured on this channel? And of course, if there's anything in particular you think might be good for the channel, you can leave that below as well. Okay, so this is me trying to find some other things to bring to the channel. Meanwhile, why don't you let me know what you thought of this video? If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, I'm going to continue recovering from yesterday. I'm fine, but boy, it was a rough day. If you're going to do that, you have to really do it. Get out there, do it all the time, get into the routine. A one-off, that's tricky. Anyway, give your thoughts. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.